Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you the unboxing of the Cricut Explore Air 2. So I will start with being honest and say the only reason I'm able to do this video is because my original Cricut Explore Air 2, which I bought 3 months ago, has broken. Now, Cricuts, I've seen a lot of people have issues with them, but I will say that Cricut's sort of customer service team are absolutely incredible and so helpful. You do get a year's warranty with it, so if there is anything that goes wrong within the first year, they will sort everything for you, no problem at all. So I was quite lucky really, because these are on offer at the moment in Hobbycraft. This is obviously in the UK. So usual price of £259. At the moment it's £209. So when I originally bought my first one, they didn't actually have the colour in stock that I wanted. So I've now been able to get the colour that I want. So let's get this out. I remember struggling with this first time. So you need 4 pairs of hands. I think it's just going to use it to cut box. Work. So I went for the one in Peacock Blue, I believe the colour is Peacock. So these boxes away. So I will show you what comes in your box, how to set it up. Now I have used the Cricut Explore Air with an iPad, with a Mac, with a phone and a desktop computer, so it's compatible with all of those things. So what you get in your box, first of all you get your light grip mat. You can get different versions, so for instance I also have the strong grip mat, which is the purple one. They're handier for sort of thicker cards, materials and things like that. You do also get a green one, which I think is a mid-range one. I haven't used it yet. So there's your mat. You get a little welcome pack, which is also your warranty as well as your receipt. So in this pack you get all your useful links. So this is your walkthrough book, tells you everything you need to know. Welcome, what's included in the box, making, design space, which is the design system that you'll use to help print and actually use the Cricut. Library, projects, tools, mats and quick reference. So I won't go all through this now because I'll do this in other videos anyway. So you also get your Cricut warranty. If you log onto the website, it tells you the date that you registered it and how long your warranty lasts for. You also get a little pack that says let's get started. So it says unleash this beauty, plug in, get connected, make sure the setup's all done, make a little something, which I'll show you in this video, and bookmark this page. It just is Cricut's website and it's got lots of things on there in terms of projects that you can do. So we'll put these to one side. Now also you get different materials. So this is sort of like a textured card. You also get sort of 2 smaller versions as well, and this is what they give you just to do a little practice on. So, and last but not least, the actual Cricut itself. Now the machine itself is not that heavy. I mean, I'd probably say about, I don't know, less than 5 kilos maybe, I guess. You also get, especially if you're in the UK, you get 2 wires. You get a European cable as well as the sort of English cable as well. You also get a pen, which is what we can use to obviously draw using the machine as well, which I'll show you in this video. Get your plugs. And that's it. Put the box on the floor. And here it is. So now here comes the satisfying part, when you can peel all the plastic off. Now, lots of people do personalise their Cricuts, which I think look really cool. when I also bought my first machine, I also bought a tool set, which I will go through in a moment. So lots of people have lots of queries about how it opens, how it closes, whether it should or shouldn't do things. So the way to open it is on this side you have the open button and it will automatically pop open, albeit quite slowly, but you can sort of guide it if you need to. When it comes to closing it, the best way that I find to do it is to close the bottom bit first until you hear a click, and then bring the top down on top, and that should also click in. So in your Cricut you have slot A and slot B. Now your blades will almost always go in slot B. A is for your pen, or you can also get a scoring tool, things like that. And then on this side, it's easier if I close it to show you, you have all your other buttons. So on this side you've got your dial, which tells you which sort of materials you can use. You've got paper, vinyl, iron-on, light cardstock, bonded fabric, poster board, or a custom setting. Now custom setting is great for if you were like me and prone to accidentally cutting on the wrong setting. It always pops up on the screen and says sort of what material you're using, so that's great. You've got your on and off button, you've got your in and out button, which you press when you want to start the project as well as finish, and then the little C button is how you get your projects to go, and then your pause button if for instance you're halfway through a project and you realise it's cutting wrong, or if it started to rip the paper or anything like that, you can press pause and press the arrow button and it'll bring the mat straight back out. So I'm actually going to take back what I said a moment ago, and it seems Cricut have changed their minds, and given that I'm in England, they've only given me this plug. When I ordered my first one, it had both plugs and lots of people get confused, so maybe that's why they've done it. So I'm going to show you how to plug all this in. So you have your power cable, and then you also have your extension USB cable to plug into your computer, your Mac, anything like that. So these two both go into the back of the Cricut machine. That's another point of contention. A lot of people say, is it Cricut, is it Cricut? Now I say Cricut mainly because I watched a lot of American videos that described it as Cricut, but also the little logo of the Cricut is sort of like a cricket, so that's why I went with that. So you get your power, this is the USB cable that goes into your computer. So this bit goes in this way. It always annoys me that the Cricut logo actually faces downwards. And then the USB will go into any port on your computer or Mac or anything like that. Power cable, you get your power end. Again, this goes into the slot next to it, and then you plug it in. So when I bought my Cricut, I bought the basic tool set. In this tool set, you get a scraper. This is great for when you're putting transfer tape on top of your vinyl, things like that. You basically just smooth it down and it helps attach it and gets rid of all the air bubbles. You get a weeding tool, which if you're cutting out vinyl, this will take out all the bits that you don't need. There's two ways of weeding. You can either weed from the backing that the vinyl comes from, or you can put the transfer tape on and then weed from the transfer tape, which is called reverse weeding. You've also got a scraper palette, which, to be honest, I've never used. I tried to use it to get some card off of a mat and I ended up ruining the mat, so definitely don't do that. Tweezers, which are great for the sort of awkward bits of vinyl that are tiny that you can't quite get, and then your scissors. Now lots of people like myself make the same mistake, and this comes with it as well. And I was there going, do you scrape with it? What do you do with it? No, it's just a cover for the end of the scissors. Just a little something else to point out is on this side above the open button, there's a little square. If you click that down, you'll see there's sort of a cartridge port. Now older Cricuts used to come with cartridges that had lots of designs on, so I'm pretty sure they're still obviously compatible with these models, but given design space and all the images that you can get off of there, I don't think it's necessary. I also, in this slot, like to keep all of my tools, just keeps them together. And then in the bottom here, you will see you've got two little sections here for storage as well. I usually keep my scraper in there upside down so it fits, and you can keep pens, blades, anything like that in there. So now I'm going to go through the little cards that they gave us. So number one, unleash this beauty. So it says, plug in and power your fabulous new Cricut machine. Well, I've just plugged it in. get connected. So it says just go to cricut.com/setup. We'll walk you through every step. I have to say it's very easy to use, and because I've already set up my other machine, it probably won't let me create a new account or anything like that. So you'll just have to fend for yourself on that part, sorry.
So when you come to set up your Cricut, you'll end up downloading Cricut Design Space. You'll then have product setup or sign in. So because I've already got an account, I can already sign in, but I will quickly show you the product setup. So you select whether it's the machine or the heat press that you're setting up. So in this instance, we're obviously setting up a new machine. Now you can set up your Joy, your Maker, or your Explorer. Obviously there's Explorer 1 and Explorer 2, so this is why they call it the Explorer family. So we want this one. You then pop in your details and you'll create a Cricut ID. Now there is a monthly charge for using the fonts and the designs and images that you can get through Cricut. I think if you pay annually, I think it works out around $5.99 a month, but I think it's worth it personally. Other people don't. It depends. It's entirely up to you. So let's sign in. So this will tell you how to set up your machine. Keep the space behind it clear. So what happens is obviously if your mat goes all the way through the machine because you're cutting towards the bottom of the mat, it needs space behind it to be able to fit that. Obviously telling you how to set it up and the connector to the USB cord. Bear with me one moment. Would help if the machine was turned on. So you probably heard that noise in the background. It's just setting itself up. So it's got Air 2 for USB, which is correct. So we want to continue. So there we are. To register your machine, you agree with the terms and conditions. So it's all set up. So here you go. It lets you do a test cut. So I am an NFL fan. I like Dallas Cowboys. Can't wait for Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm going to go with the American football. So this will tell you that you need to select a setting. The two small pieces of card that you were given, the black and the blue, we then want to pop that in top left corner of the mat. Now I'm going to use a mat that I already had because I don't want to go using a new mat, seeing as though I've just bought one.
So you'll see that I've popped the little piece of blue square card that they give you onto my mat. And I'm going to load this into the machine. So you want to make sure that the edges go into these little folds, and then you press the flashy arrow to draw the mat in.
So I popped that on. So we go next. You confirm your blade is set in place in clamp B. Now the Cricut Explorer does come with a blade, and I will show you. So now that you've finished your cut, you can get on and design. So I'll quickly show you, obviously because I had a Cricut beforehand, I've got my designs already. If we start a new project, I can show you the different images and stuff that Cricut has to offer. So if you go into images, you can search for pretty much anything you want. If we just look at the general popular ones, they've got lots of designs, lots of sort of up-to-date stuff, cats, anything you want really. You can find different projects. So if we go 3D, there's different ones you can do. I saw one the other day about a tree, which I'll quickly show you, which I thought was nice. So we will pop that onto our canvas. And you'll see at the right hand side it's got lots of different layers. Now at the moment they're grouped, so to separate these out we want to click ungroup, and once we've done that you can see all the different layers. So if we went to click make it, you would see that each layer needs its own mat because of the size. So when you come to print these out you can use sort of foam dots to separate the layers out, and they make really cool designs. So I will also quickly show you how to contour, like I couldn't show you quite in the last video. So let's start with a circle, nice and easy, and then just Control C and Control V to copy and paste. And then if we slice these two, you'll see we've got the different layers like explained in the first video. So say we then want to cut this image out of the other shape, we'll pop that together to slice. And then you'll see what we're left with is this shape. You've got your larger area here and then this little bit here. So say for instance we want to get rid of that little section. We would then hit contour, and you can see you can either select it on the image or at the right hand side to remove that from the selection. So if we remove that, you'll now see that we've been left with just that shape and there's no little bit left. So that is how you use contour.